Running inside, it's Smothers. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
He's knocked down immediately, trying to catch them napping on the run and nothing doing.
You wonder about that play call on 3rd and long, maybe just trying to get themselves a little bit more real estate, but it didn't fool the defense. They create another negative play now deep in the opponent's territory. The defense has just been dominant on this drive.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Looking for a crease, it's Berry. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Oh, he wants it all. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on.
Man, if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Punt is in the air. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. The pursuit and coverage was there and they swarmed him under for no gain. The Longhorns head out hoping to move the ball on this possession. They went 3 and out on their first possession now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Manning on play action. On the run, still looking. Makes the grab. It's Brown. It's a seam wide open. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
Man, is it nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, short pass, but he has such speed, elusiveness, vision, the whole 9. He shows you all of it right there. Catches the football, makes some people miss, gets upfield, and gets the long gain. That is so nice for a quarterback to throw it short, but you get all those yards after the catch.
The Longhorns will have it 1st and 10. In the red area, it's Smothers. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Ooh, and I love the running back here. Running into the blitz, he saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Here's Manning to throw. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking.
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Longhorns! They're bellowing out Texas fight right
picked up. When you do something good like this early, that burnt orange is going absolutely bananas in the stands, and the rest of the game, the defense, the special teams, everybody feeds off their great energy.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the run, it's Berry. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play, the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. Looking downfield, it's Levitt. Fires to the right. He makes a catch. And he's not going to get the first down. Good stop there. Offense still out there, lining up quickly on fourth down. On fourth down, looking for the completion. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. They've got a first down here to open the period. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Durham. Could be an alley. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Man, this guy is so scary when he has the ball in his hands. He kind of reminds me, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette. He's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know, just that shake and bake. And when they get in the second level, DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle this guy. You don't want to submarine. He might hurtle over you, but if you don't go in with conviction, and he's got the speed to get outside and take it the distance, this dude just makes your heart stop every time he has the ball.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. Might be calling a hot route. After run, now throw. It's complete to the left. And he's dragged down.
And as a quarterback, when you're facing man coverage, you've got to find your best one-on-one matchup. That receiver did a tremendous job. Quickness, changing direction, out of his break, able to create separation. There was no question the quarterback was going to target that receiver on that play.
The give on the option. He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were in the last fourth down.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And we're not surprised, right? Finding the big fella down in the red area. Like the power forwards, those guys that basically set up shop, rebound, go get it. You know if somebody's on, they can still make the catch. A lot of times they say quarterback's best friend, tight end, especially in the red zone.
And he added the extra point. And he's coming out of the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Manning with a play fake. Makes a catch. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. They'll operate out of split backs. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He's got his man across the middle. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these 2 guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play, clock running. They'll run play action. On the move to his left. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Tigers. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. He'll bring it out. It's Simon. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking for a gap. It's Smothers. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football on the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. They'll stop him at the 24, and that brings up 4th down. Now the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. 4th down, Manning. Fires to the wideout. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Play action. Here's Manning. Here's a heat. Going for the big play. Picked off to stop the threat. Takes it the other way.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. The run inside. It's Berry. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. And the Longhorns will boot it away to start the second half. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. They'll start on the ground with Durham. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
LSU will get a first down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
The sure hands, it's Green. At the 45 on his way. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
Man, that is exactly how you execute an RPO. Like, quick read, get the ball out of your hand, get it to your receiver in space really quickly, on target, and you can make big plays. They made that RPO look so smooth and so effortless.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Berry. Maybe a crease. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You could see this defense. They are back on their heels right now. This offense very much in a groove, in a rhythm. They've got to find something to disrupt this. Right now, they're doing what they want, when they want, how they want. This defense got to answer the bell.
They'll run it. It's Durham. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. You're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. At the line of scrimmage, but they won't snap it here. They're going to use a timeout instead. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quick release by the QB. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
defense, what are we doing? How are you going to let that guy, one of the best receivers in the entire country, be wide open like that? You're just making it way too easy for the offense.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Tries again to get it in. And he's in! Touchdown, Tigers! The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the 2nd half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smothers.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They give it to him again. Got a little grass. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Reads it, fires complete. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. Guys, LSU has the lead here, and they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Got it, looking for a 1st. There he goes. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one.
But trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
Ryan's his big tight end. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
A fourth quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. And that one is picked off in the end zone. Returns it all the way back to the 23-yard line, and the defense gets a turnover.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Here's a little room there. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the fourth quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. The give as they work on that clock.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that was a big-time stop defensively. Being physical, creating a negative play on that last run. Now you're setting up third down. This is the critical time. You've got to find a way to get off the field. You're trailing late in the game. Give it back to your offense to go see if they can score.
He is denied, cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming.
That's why as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on third down because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He came so close to pinning them deep, but maybe just a little too greedy. Tried to get it too close, and it'll come out to the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Manning. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. Dropping back, it's Manning. Oh, they're after him. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. The Longhorns are threatening on 1st and goal. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. Tight end finds a soft spot. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here.